Tough game tonight. Lock in.
Get ready to light it up tonight.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Celebrate our nation, that was Skylar Cole with tonight's national anthem performance. It's Thursday night and it's the NBA here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Look at the Lakers. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding.
And guys, for the Lakers, they've come through for their fans this season. All the optimism surrounding them, all the high hopes, all proved to be legit.
Well, how about the momentum they have built to get off to this fantastic start? All positive vibes right now for this group.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Boomer. Bobby Portis out there with Turner. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Marshall in at the 3. And for the Wizards, we've got Brand. Sarr out there with Haywood. And it's Trent in at the power forwards position. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blowout. But anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Here is Boomer. That one falls.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Pass to Sarr. Here's Carrington. Shot clock at 6. That shot is off. And so Marshall will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Took him no time at all on that one.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy dangerous as a shooter.
Now here's Trent. Poked loose. Turner with it. He's picked up by Brand. Bridges, no one around him. That falls. Great assist by Marshall. Bridges has got 6.
That's a great beginning. 3 for 3 from the floor.
Bridges has gone 2 for 2 so far from 3. We know, Doris, at one point the Wizards had one of the most unique pairings in NBA history.
think back to 1987, 1988, the year you're talking about, when the 5'3" Muggsy Bogues was a teammate of Manute Bol, who stood 7'7" tall. At the time, they were the tallest and shortest players in NBA history, with 28 inches between them. Incredible.
A slow start for Washington in this one. Looking for their first basket of the game. Pass to Haywood. Trent against Portis. 5 to shoot. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Here's Carrington. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Boy, that's 0 for 3 in the early going. Just a little out of sync.
Here's Bridges. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 8.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Willie Green had a few moments to share with me. I asked him about the challenge of facing Miles Turner, and he said this guy is a problem for our offense. Miles is an incredible shot blocker. You have to know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, we don't normally hear a coach talk about somebody's defense first, but Turner is that guy. Fellas?
Thank you, David. And the Wizards making a change here. George is checked in, and the Lakers also making a change. Doncic is checked in.
You know, that's what he wants more of. Up until now, the accuracy just hadn't been there.
Here is Boomer. Really played well against the Clippers in his last outing. And that one, good.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Wizards trail by 9. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, pass to Trent. Now Haywood. Wizards passing it around. 6 to shoot. They set the screen. And it's Carrington missing.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Bridges shot. Good.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
Now, here is Haywood. He averages about 5 points a game. Pass to Carrington. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Count the basket.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Trent finds George. Trent, a screen on Bridges. Bridges against George. Pass to Haywood. Just 5 on the clock. Carrington. The Wizards with another miss.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here's Boone. His 3-pointer's off the mark. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Haywood, the pass to Sarr. And Trent now top of the key. Pass to Sarr. Back to Trent. George, that's a 2-pointer. And again, Washington, no good. To the middle. The layup off target.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their transition game has been in full effect. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And glad to have you. Los Angeles with some changes. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Williams.
Right.
Vanderbilt comes in for Portis, and it's Boomer in for Wilson. Wizards trail by 12. They've got Corey Kispert. Sarr out there with Jaren Jackson. Then it's George, and it's Carrington in at the point. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Sarr sets the screen for George. Off the mark, and a chance to trim it to single digits.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Boomer in the last game against the Clippers delivered quite a performance. He added 37 points, and as we've come to expect, he filled it up from three-point range whenever he could. Those were video game numbers he put up in that last game. Boy, it had the league abuzz. We'll see what he's got in store tonight. Kevin?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
Here is Boomer. 6 points for him.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And here's George for 3. Rebound the Lakers.
Boy, at some point you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made one basket in this period.
Here's Doncic. Turner trying to free himself up, and Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 5 points now this quarter. Wizards trail by 16. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Here's Vanderbilt following the three-pointer by Washington. For the 3, that's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Doncic. It's hauled in by George. The Wizards shooting like 21% from the field so far. On the wing, Jackson. Here's Carrington. He's covered by Boone. The 3-ball. Doncic grabs the miss.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
There's 14 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Boone. Pass to Vanderbilt. And here is Doncic. From past the arc. He's off on that one. And so it's Los Angeles with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. Their defense has been active and effective. Back right after this.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for the Los Angeles Lakers. Fellas, I was just wondering if you played in the league these days, what do you think would be different compared to when you did play?
Oh, my goodness. I make a lot more money, Ernie, than I did in my playing days, especially if you consider that all guys do is dunk and shoot threes, and as many threes as I did, oh, my God.
Yeah, and I'd be out there getting every rebound and slamming Kenny's bricks for the putback slams because none of these bigs today want any piece of prime Diesel.
So let me get this straight. You would both be amazing. What a shock. And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the Lakers.
They've been great on the boards. Once these guys establish the position, it's hard to root them out, yeah, Shaq.
Tough physical approach. We'll see if adjustments are made on the other side to try and counter that. That's what you were going to say, wasn't it, Shaq?
Yeah, I was asleep. I'm sorry, Ernie.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Turner, Mikal Bridges out there with Boomer. Then there's Bobby Portis, and it's Marshall in at the small forward. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Boomer, no good. Wizards trail by 13. Pass to Carrington. Here's Trent, defended by Portis. Great D that time from Portis.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Boomer gets the bucket.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Now here is Brand. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Uncovered, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Carrington's got 8.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Here's Boone. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam.
Wow. Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Now, here's Trent. No scoring in this one.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Pass to Trent. Brand outside. Sarr with it. He's against Bridges. Sarr's shot is off.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Boone. Buries it from three-point range. Boomer's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Wizards trail by 20. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Haywood. There's 1:59 left in the third quarter. Can they get it? And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Bobby Portis. The Wizards shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The free throw drops for Trent.
Get him, MP.
Williams dishes Cardinal. Pass to Carrington. Williams with the block. We've got Jaren Jackson. Also Williams out there. Cardinal out there with George. And it's Carrington in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor. I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Washington's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Pass to Cardinal. And he makes good on the layup. Cardinals got 5 points now this quarter.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Boone. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Outside, George. Williams, a screen on Doncic. You know, Doris, we know how physical the NBA is, but can you talk to the importance of mental toughness as well, and what it means for a player?
Kevin, I don't think a player can be successful in the NBA, and certainly a team cannot, without some level of grit and mental toughness. And what does that mean? How does that manifest itself? It means handling adversity. It means overcoming a key injury. There's a toughness required to be amongst the smartest, most resilient players or teams in the NBA.
He gets it in there.
And how about the strength of Jackson there? Uses it whenever he's going up inside and fighting through the contact.
Now here's Williams. Here's Boone. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. 24 points for Boomer.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Here's Carrington. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
The biggest factor tonight had to be the great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And these guys have played very well this season, and this win tonight, guys will push their win column up to 55.
A 2-game season series, they win them both and complete the sweep.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Boomer.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
LA's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Here's Boone. Rebounded by the Wizards. There's 38 seconds left in the game. Pass to Carrington. To the wing right side. Trent with it. Shoots over Doncic. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And the Lakers can just let the clock run down here. Here is Boomer. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow.
MP got the job done tonight, as usual. Man, I hate this Bay Area weather. It's never warm.
Hottest team in the land coming through.
And the temperature is rising here already with the watch party in full swing. TGIF, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. We're bringing it to you live. Our game tonight featuring the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Los Angeles Lakers. This is Brian Anderson. Joining me, analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and reporter Allie LaForce. Let's see some of the numbers here for him.
Effective field goal percentage is a great way to measure his performance over the previous 10 games. It's been much improved, a sign that his game has been evolving.
And now the Los Angeles starters. Williams is out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Cam Reddish. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Boomer in at the point guard. And for Golden State, Kuminga is out there with Jeremy Sohan. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. Then it's Williams. And it's Hendricks in at the point. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Here we go. So the Lakers win the tip. Outside Reddish. Here's Boomer. And he banks in the layup.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Now here's Williams. Outside Podziemski. Launches a three. It's hauled in by Reddish. Now here's Bridges, defended by Podziemski, and the basket by Bridges.
Knifing his way towards the rim. I love when Mikal gets aggressive.
To the paint. Here's Hendricks, and he floats it in for the easy two. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And here's Kuminga for three. Knocks down the triple.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Reddish. Portis, the pass to Boomer. Back to Portis. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. Here's Reddish. No good on the shot. Excellent D there from Kuminga.
I mean, I think that was their first miss of the game. They've been just rolling.
They get the rebound. The kick out to Williams. It's Podziemski on the wing. His last outing, he had 20. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Oh, nice shot by Boomer.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Here's Hendricks. Checking the numbers. He's averaging close to 15 a game. Outside Kuminga. Fires high post. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. Kuminga's gotten his second bucket on the night. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Bridges peeling it out a little bit. There's the three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, they made a lot of plays, and they were in it until the end. They just couldn't do enough to get the win.
And that is why coaches preach about the details. The margins in this league are razor thin.
So it's Los Angeles now. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. Portis the screen. Here's Reddish. Connects from downtown.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
Now here's Williams. Still without a bucket. Williams a screen on Portis. Sohan. Off target from three-point range.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Oh, nice shot by Boomer. Boomer's got 8.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Sohan outside. Kuminga the pass to Sohan. Unloads from 13. Williams grabs the board. The Lakers lead by 4. Pass to Bridges. The 3-ball. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Sohan outside. Here's Hendricks. There's 25 seconds left in the first. Williams with the screen. Hendricks no good.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Pass to Bridges. Back to Reddish. Williams with the screen. Tries it from 19. Ball stolen. And so it's Los Angeles closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Defense is setting the tone. Back after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just... So both teams changing it up here. And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Golden State has gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. On the court for the Lakers, they've got Najee Marshall, Miles Turner out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Luka Doncic, and it's Boomer in at the point. And again, no good by Golden State. Los Angeles has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Moore. The Warriors have gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Boomer in the last game against the Wizards was outstanding. He had 25 points and knocked down his share of three-pointers. That was a factor, too. And really, it's not so surprising to see him go off like that. He's a star in every sense of the word. Back to you.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
Out to the right wing. Here's Marshall. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Pass to Ellis. Right side, Williams. Here's Moore. And the Warriors miss again. The Lakers have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Richard, you played for great teams and rebuilding teams. How different is the atmosphere between those types of organizations?
The expectation to win from everyone, top to bottom, that's what stands out to me. Everyone takes their role seriously and professionally.
Pass to Podziemski. Williams with the screen. Shot clock at 6. Moore's shot is off. Los Angeles has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Marshall passes to Boomer from downtown, and he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their spot.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Pass to Moore. Now Williams. Turner covers. Turner against Williams. It's Podziemski on the wing. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Podziemski's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. And how about our AT&T 5G Slam Cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. 43 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Ellis. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. And here's Doncic. Pass to Boomer from behind the arc. And Los Angeles, another 3. "23 seconds left to play in the half. Here's Ellis. The 3 is up. Doesn't go that time. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's Los Angeles leading by 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Hey, folks, welcome to the halftime show. A lead right now in this one for the Los Angeles Lakers.
I like what they're doing. Playing with physicality, they've worked hard to gain the edge in areas like rebounding.
Yeah, that's the difference in the game.
And now, time to glance at the power rankings midway through this regular season.
Check it out, Los Angeles. They're the top dog at the moment. You have to say they've earned it with their play on the court. Stellar performances.
You can nitpick other spots in the power rankings, but you have to agree that this team has shown they deserve that number one spot, Shaq.
Can you repeat what I just said one more time and watch what happens? That's exactly what I said. I said you can nitpick other spots in the power rankings, but you have to agree this team has shown they deserve the number one spot. It's just what I said.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Warriors trail by 5. We've got Jeremy Sohan, also Kuminga out there. Brandon Pajemski out there with Robert Williams. And it's Hendricks in at the 1. That's the Warriors 5. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Bobby Portis.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
And he knocks down the first one. Good on both. Here's Boomer. And down it goes. 2 points. Boomer's got 18.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Here's Hendricks. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Hendricks has got his second basket of the game.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Releases. Boomer can't get it to go. Warriors trail by 3. Man, oh man, Kuminga with the easy bounce. Throws it down.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
Oh, nice shot by Boomer. Boomer's gotten 4 this quarter.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
Pass to Hendricks for the tie. Counted from distance. He's got 7.
A clean start to the half for them, knocking down their first 3 shots.
The Lakers have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Oh, big finish!
Wow.
Okay, I see you.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. For the lead, it's rebounded by Los Angeles. Williams has got 5 rebounds in the game.
Look, when you've made your first 3 shots of the half, I think it's okay for a heat check.
And that one drops.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Warriors trail by 4. Here's Hendricks. He's got 7. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Portis has got 4 rebounds now. Bridges with it. Now guarded by Sohan. And the basket by Bridges.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Here's Hendricks. Soft touch off the glass. Hendricks has got 9.
It's like he needed that halftime break to gather himself. Now he's starting to get his confidence back here.
And we've got a timeout called by Jay. Will make substitutions.
See if you can get something going out there, okay? I got you, coach.
Here's Boomer. Gets the 3 ball to go. Boomer's got 11 in the second half.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
And the Lakers, looking at who they've got. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Najee Marshall. Then there's Miles Turner. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Boomer in at the 1.
A ferocious shot blocker. Turner provides a sense of security to the rest of his teammates.
A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. 5 to shoot. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
Yeah, all game long, they've been also playing well inside in the paint. Lots of points are coming their way thanks to them attacking the interior.
Podziemski's checked in for Fontecchio. Boomer passes to Turner. James outside. The fadeaway. It's rebounded by Bonner.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Here's Hood Schifino. And again, no good by Golden State. Lakers trail by 5. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. The Warriors have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Pass to Ellis. Beyond the arc. Gets the 3 to fall.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And here is Williams. Pass to Boomer. From the arc. He drops it from range. Boomer's got 14 points here in the second half.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Outside Podziemski. Kuminga with it. Back to Podziemski. Sohan with the ball. Three-pointer. Boomer pulls it in. Bridges on the attack. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And now just a three-point Warrior lead.
They needed that hoop from Bridges, and he delivered.
Here's Sohan. Buries it down low. The Lakers with the ball. There's a minute 47 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one.
Questionable shot selection in that three. Not really helping as they try and narrow the deficit.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Kuminga. 18 feet out. It's hauled in by Portis. Portis has got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Boomer. And the shot goes. Boomer's got 8 here in this quarter.
Yeah, Bridges has a good eye for spotting those openings, and he can make timely passes.
Here's Hendricks. Williams defending, and Hendricks gets it to go. And the Warriors lead by 5.
You'd love to get the ball this close in every trip where you can almost just not miss.
Ah, nice shot by Boomer. Boomer's got 34 points.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for them. And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Count it! Oh, what a sensational bucket! That brings him within 1.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Outside Podziemski. Pass to Hendricks. And he sinks it.
Okay, let's throw out the analytics for a moment. When he's taking the mid-range, it's a winning shot.
17 seconds left to play in the fourth. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
A remarkable defensive play. The replay showing once again the tenacity on that end.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
And that's an intentional foul. Good on the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Here's Boomer. Kuminga pulls it in. And now they foul and stop the clock. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And he ends up missing both free throws. And so it's the Warriors who come out on top here. Boy.
Hit the showers. Wash it off. great music, great ribs. This is one city I don't mind visiting.
These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
You can take him, I just know it! You're the one in charge, MP. Here we go.
Coming right up, the Lakers taking on the Grizzlies. For Los Angeles, a stellar year has put them at the top of the Western Conference. First place doesn't come easy, but you know what? They've worked for every single win. Grizzlies, Lakers, the NBA on 2K Sports. Live coverage of the NBA here on 2K Sports. A happy Sunday evening to you and yours. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sidelines. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And his scoring numbers have been going in the right direction these past few years. He's gotten better and better at handling what those opposing defenses are throwing his way and finding ways to get his points all over the floor.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Bobby Portis out there with Williams. And it's Boomer. Then it's Cameron Reddish. And it's Bridges in at the two-guard spot. And for the Grizzlies, Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Koulibaly is out there with Johnson. And it's Kessler in at the 5. With the All-Star game behind us, Greg, what's the focus now for teams that find themselves far outside of the playoff picture?
It depends on the team, Kevin. But in my opinion, it's all about competing and building a foundation for next season. Use the time you have to consistently improve.
Morant passes to Kessler. Pass to Johnson. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him.
That kind of power move has become a trademark of his.
Here is Boomer from the arc. Sinks the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And here's Morant. Bane kicks to Morant. Driving, and it's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh. Well, this is what the fans want to see. Morant showing off all of his superb athleticism.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. What a rise for Taylor Jenkins, working his way, Stan, from the G League, an assistant there to NBA assistant, and now to NBA head coach. Wow.
Wow is right, Kevin. And Taylor Jenkins, one of the best coaches in the NBA. This is a guy who just kept grinding and learning. I think sometimes coaches get too concerned about when they're going to get their opportunity. Taylor Jenkins was always concerned about being ready when his opportunity came.
I think you and I are alike. We root for the grinders, don't we? The guys that have really worked to climb that ladder.
I certainly do, Kevin.
Here is Boomer. He's got 5, and they pick up 2. That's 7 points for Boomer.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm. Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Portis' screen on Bane. Here's Bridges. It's rebounded by Memphis. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
And missing your free throws usually changes the complexion of a game. Certainly did in that one.
Well, if you want to win away from home, quite simply, you have to make your free throws.
Here's Boone. Drops in the layup for 2. Boomer's got 9. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Bridges against Bane. Pass to Coulibaly. Kessler setting the pick for Morant. No good with the wing jumper.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
You can see, and Coach, you can feel Ja Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does, and it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure.
And no problem for Morant that close to the hoop. Once he gets inside, he makes it look easy.
Here's Boone. Morant with some nice D.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
The Lakers in the lead. Reddish the pass to Boone. Sweet little floater. And that's 13 points for Boomer.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And the Grizzlies with some changes. James Wiseman, he's checked in for Walker Kessler. Bol comes in for Johnson. And Grizzlies making a change here. Johnson's checked in. The Lakers also making some changes. Vanderbilt's checked in for Bobby Portis. Najee Marshall comes in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Boomer in for James. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. So the Lakers 5 right now. We've got Miles Turner. Boomer out there with Doncic. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Marshall in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Schroeder. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Boomer gets the bucket.
They've been outstanding from beyond the arc this quarter. Their percentage has been climbing steadily.
Johnson, wide open, he fires. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. team's shooting a steady diet from outside. He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Pass to Wiseman. Payne for three. It's hauled in by Boomer.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Grizzlies with the rebound. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
And you could sense the difference in energy. They were keyed up, jumping on mistakes. They just outworked them.
And when Wiseman sets the screen with that wide base, it's a $15 ride share to get around it.
Morant, he's checked in for Bane. The Lakers also changing it up. Williams, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Reddish comes in for Vanderbilt. And it's Bridges in for Marshall. Boomer gets the bucket.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Back to Morant. A shake. Rebound by Williams.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Boomer in the last game against the Warriors was a man on a mission. He dropped in 36 points, and he was efficient out there. The numbers he put up were really impressive, and he's somebody everybody loves watching. Guys, back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Johnson outside. Pass to Wiseman. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Wiseman sets a screen for Schroeder. Shot clock at 5. Sweet move. And finished off by Wiseman.
Oh, that's a big man move by Wiseman. Roughing up the D with that emphatic finish.
Boomer the pass to Doncic. Here's Reddish. Williams, a screen on Johnson. A shot by Reddish, no good. Morant outside. Takes a three. A shot, no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
Fairly easy stretch for them. Could even have some blowouts, allowing them to rest their stars a little bit.
That would be their best case scenario, but then again, best laid plans. And let's move on now to those first two quarters. Talk about a tough start for the Grizzlies.
Well, they obviously love the three-point shot, but tonight it does not love them back.
You know what, Kenny? When you love something and it doesn't love you back, time to move on.
Hold on. Let me write that down. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. A fantastic game from Boomer in this one.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Morant is the point, with Bane out on the wing. Johnson is out there with Walker Kessler. And it's Coulibaly in at the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Outside, Bane. Back to Johnson. Pass to Kessler. Lock at 6. Kessler setting the pick for Bane. And the 3 off target.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Outside Portis. For 3, Bridges hits it from 3-point range. Bridges has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Oh, how about the ball handling from Bridges? Just taking his time in that pick and roll.
Here's Morant. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Bridges. Lays it up off the glass. Bridges has got 5 now.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime. Making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
Pass to Coulibaly. And another miss by Memphis. Los Angeles leading by 18. Portis, the pass to Boone. Back to Portis. The tray. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Now here's Morant. Here's Kessler. It's Bane atop the key. Kessler is screen on Bridges. Traps in the tray. He's got 12.
All right, they got one on the board in the second half. Now you want to see more shots start to drop.
And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
Pass to Johnson. Back to Coulibaly. Offensive rebound. Morant outside. Now Coulibaly. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Coulibaly's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, that's a great find by Morant. He draws so much attention. There's usually...
And Schroeder's got the ball here for Memphis. They trail by 9 points. So the Lakers 5 right now. Turner's out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then there's Doncic. It's Boomer. And it's Marshall in at the 3 side.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him. And when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Boom. Good. Boomer's got 28 points for the game.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Wiseman sets a screen for Schroeder. Over Boone. And it's Schroeder missing. Lakers leading by 9. Marshall passes to Boone from deep three-point land. Drills it from outside. Boomer's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, he's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Wiseman up top. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Hardaway with it. Picked up by Turner. Wiseman no good. Lakers shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Los Angeles.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And they've also played exceptionally well in the paint tonight, taking advantage of their opportunity to work inside.
Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Memphis. The offensive rebound. Lakers leading by 14. Here's Boone. And the shot goes in. Boomer's got 11 points here in just the second half.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
Now Hardaway. Schroeder outside. Over Boone. Rejected by Boone. Here's the drive. 2 points. That one goes. Boomer's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
We've got a timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Baines checked in for the Grizzlies. Ja Morant comes in for Dennis Schroeder. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Williams, he's checked in for Turner. Bobby Portis comes in for Marshall. Reddish, he's checked in for James. And it's Bridges in for Doncic. Memphis moving it around. Payne for three. The Lakers with the rebound. Boomer's got 5 rebounds tonight. Takes it inside. Up and in on the layup. Boomer's got 39.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And some well-needed scoring. He stops a 13-0 run by the Lakers.
Here's Boone. Grizzlies with the rebound. Morant's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Coulibaly. Kessler with it. Here's Payne. Defended by Bridges. Payne, no good. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 13-3 run right now. Boomer the pass to Bridges. Over in the corner, Reddish. Fires the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And the wins continue to come in fairly easy for these guys in what's been a very strong year, to say the least. Tonight will push them up to 56 wins.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Boomer.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Here's Payne. It's rebounded by Portis. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Boone. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Boomer's got 44.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Terrific dime there. Morant realizing his responsibility to share the wealth with his teammates.
Here's Boone. It's off. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
Great win tonight, MP.
Son, you win so many games, I'm running out of things to say. You ready to give these fans what they paid for?
Those kicks, fans live for games like this one.
All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You look at the Trailblazers, they're making moves up the standings, claiming that fourth spot.
Chucking out the Lakers, they've been systematically taking down their opponents, piling up wins just like everyone thought they would.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Utah Jazz. John Collins out there with Filipowski. Then there's Keontae George. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Giddey in at the point. And for Los Angeles, they've got Bobby Portis. He's out there with Cam Reddish. Mikal Bridges is out there with Williams. And it's Boomer in at the one. And when you're going into the first game of a back-to-back, how do you prepare for that?
I think the key is to manage your practice going into a back-to-back. In other words, let's turn that down a bit, reduce the minutes on the floor, mental reps on the practice court as opposed to getting up and down a lot, because you're going to play hard in both games. So if you can get the tank on full heading into the two games back-to-back, that serves you well.
George passes to Giddey. Three-pointer. Williams grabs the board. Bridges against George. That's good from Bridges on the assist from Williams.
Yeah, nimble play by Bridges inside, navigating the contact and getting to his finish.
Here's Beal. Just 4 to shoot. Pass to Collins. Over Portis. Rebound, the Lakers. They come into this one having outplayed the Grizzlies last time.
and most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Beal to pass to Giddey. Now here's George. Outside Giddey. Lets it fly. It's hauled in by Portis. On offense, here are the Lakers. Last time they met was in Salt Lake City, where they beat the Jazz.
And they won that last game between these teams easily, posting a scorching hot field goal percentage.
Scorching and torching offensively. They were able to get everything they wanted.
George feels it out a bit. Collins with a screen on Bridges. Pass to Collins. George outside. Here's Filipowski. Williams defending. Collins outside. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And this is a part of Collins' game that's really evolved. Hitting jumpers and catch and shoot.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
LA's head coach and I were able to chat. We discussed Bradley Beal. The focus for them on the defensive end, coach telling me that Brad's a guy who averaged 30 points a game in this league, the sign of a special scorer, so they need to figure out a way to make Beal uncomfortable, saying maybe they'll put some length on him. Let's see if that works on Beal. Back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Basket counts.
It's obvious Beal is a bona fide scorer, but he's no ball hog. I mean, he's willing to set other people up, too.
The Lakers have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. He takes it in, and it's in there.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Filipowski. 9 points for him in his last game. Oh, deflected. And here comes the break. Here's Reddish. Drills it from deep. Reddish has got 5.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Now here's George. Checking the numbers. He's averaging close to 15 a game. Beal, no good. Los Angeles leading by 6. Pass to Williams. First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in, the layup misses. Beal from outside. Utah with another miss. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Boomer, money from the wing. He's got 6.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And Giddey has got the ball here for the Jazz. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Time called here. The Jazz decide to talk it over. And a moment now to take a look at a terrific player who has earned the Player of the Week in the Western Conference.
Oh, it's been so much fun to watch him on the offensive end recently. He's really his team's engine on that end of the floor.
Making a switch here. Giddey's checked in. Miles Turner out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then there's Cam Reddish. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Boomer in at the point guard position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Sinks it from distance.
You know, to me, this is what you love seeing from Turner, the willingness to give the ball up and get his guys going.
Giddey into the lane. And the layup is good off the glass.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Boomer passes to Vanderbilt. Here's Boomer. coming off a solid outing against Memphis. Yes, it's good.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Jazz trail by 7. Williams on the wing. They set a pick. Pulls it. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Next up on the schedule, the Clippers. That'll be a home game. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Pass to Doncic. Luka! Get off me!
Luka, combination of finesse and bully ball in there that time.
Clark, when you watch Luka Doncic play, how is he able to just control the games like he does?
He's a savant. That's all I can say. He's way ahead of himself. I mean, this guy's been a pro since he was 13 or 14 years old. There's nobody else in the NBA that's been a pro that long, I don't think. So, unique in that regard. Great size, uncanny, underrated strength. And then his vision, his pace, all of that, what allows him to really not ever be sped up or out of control.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Boomer in the last game against the Grizzlies was simply terrific. He ended up with 44 points, and he was big on the glass, posting a season high in rebounds. Putting in a performance like that one really builds momentum in your direction. We'll see how far he rides that wave tonight, guys.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Boomer passes to James. There's a minute 26 left in the first half. Pass to Marshall. Now Beal. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Houston. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Hendricks has got 5 now.
Slick feed by Beal, taking advantage of the hole in the defense to set up a wide-open man.
Here's Boomer. They get it back. Another shot. And a nice layup by Turner. Turner's got his second basket.
And they're doing strong work on the glass, a +5 advantage for them.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Beal against James. Clock at 6. Here's the teardrop. Oh, and Turner with a block.
There's the defensive presence they want from Turner, hustling and using his mobility to send it back.
Pass to James. Goes up on the wing, and there's another one for the Lakers.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's Giddey. Off target at the rim. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers earning this break in the action, up 10. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We'll be right back after this word.
Welcome to the halftime show. And if they're going to turn this around, it's going to be a long road back for the Utah Jazz.
They're within striking distance. They've done a few good things out there, but rebounding is not one of them, Shaq.
Probably the difference in the game, which I'm sure Coach is reminding them of. Let's shift gears now and see how things are stacking up in the Western Conference.
You take a look at Utah. They're frustrated, and you can understand their frustration. They were expected to be good this year. Their fan base was fired up, but it just hasn't come together.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Well, Clark, playing time is so difficult to come by. So what's the best way to stay ready if you're on the end of the bench?
Yeah, that's a good question, B. I never experienced that as a starter in the short career that I had in the NBA. With all the travel, I think you just got to make a commitment to get in the extra work between the few practices that you have. So it's really being self-motivated as an individual to be professional and anticipate that you're going to be ready if your number's called.
Taking a look at the Jazz. They've got Bradley Beal, Josh Giddey out there with George. Then there's John Collins, and it's Filipowski in at the 5 spot. The Lakers lead by 10. Here's Boomer.
Oh, hey, how about big that? Time right there. Big time.
Woo! And he jams it home with authority.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
Pass to Beal. Collins with a screen on Reddish. Reddish against Beal. 4 on the clock. And there's Collins on the assist by Beal. Beal's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Los Angeles shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
And so he hits both. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Pass to Filipowski. Giddey's got space. The rebound by Bridges.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
A new day. The Spurs' Victor Wembanyama said a few years back it was more of a guards game, but now it's come back to a big men's game. We've got guys all around the league who do a lot of stuff despite being very tall. It's the way the game changes. You just have to adapt. Brian, the gauntlet has been thrown.
And I like it. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. For 3, Collins nails it from 3. Collins has got 5 points in the quarter.
And sometimes Collins makes this look so effortless, as if the 3-shot is just that easy.
Nice shot by Boomer.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Giddey finds Beal. Back to Giddey. Six to shoot. They set the screen. No good with the triple.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy. And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy just never lets up.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Pass to Filipowski. Inside. Here's Collins. It's hauled in by Portis. Los Angeles leading by 15. Outside Reddish. Now Bridges. Portis the screen. Here's the 3. That shot is off. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Jazz. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And he gets it to go. Giddey's got 8.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. With a brief pause, here are the most difficult teams to score against over the last 10 games. The Lakers, #1.
They're on a great run defensively, treating every possession with a sense of urgency.
checked in for Utah. Josh Giddey comes in for George. Here's Boomer. Giddey defends. Oh, nice shot by Boomer. Boomer's got 12 points in just the second half. Jazz trail by 16. We've got Miles Turner. James is out there with Najee Marshall. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Boomer in at the 1 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Collier, no good.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
And it's Doncic missing.
Good shot, gone bad. You gotta finish there.
Pass to Collier. Here's Yabusele. Out left to the wing. Here's Collier. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Hendricks. From outside, off the mark.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Boomer passes to Turner. Here's Boomer. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Doncic has got 5 assists in the game.
1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
Timeout, Jazz. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Williams is checked in for Turner. Bobby Portis comes in for Marshall. Reddish is checked in for James. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Doncic. To the inside, Filipowski lays it up and banks it in. Filipowski's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, great find by Giddey, a tall guard who sees the floor so well.
Portis outside. Pass to Boomer. And the jumper is on the mark. Boomer's got 7 points here in the quarter.
I doubt that's what they were looking for, but it works out.
Jazz trail by 19. And here's Giddey. George with it. Beal outside. Back to George. Fires for 3. Rebounded by the Lakers.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And they'll get another chance. Rebound by the Lakers. Portis has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Boomer. Collins defending. Oh, nice shot by Boomer. Boomer's got 34.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Who's watching here?
Beal outside.
Back door.
Puts it up. Williams grabs the board. Here are the Lakers now. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Lakers.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
Add this one to the win column. They're 57th of the year.
And with most teams so close in talent level, it takes a monumental effort to sweep an opponent in 4 games. But that's exactly how they capped off their season series against the Jazz.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Boomer.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
Here's Giddey. And he makes it on the layup.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
So it's Los Angeles now. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. Boomer can't get it to go. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Utah. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bridges against Giddey. Collins with a screen on Bridges. From deep, Giddey. Rebound by the Lakers. Here's Boomer. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim. You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. So long, everyone.
Good win. Let's keep it going. Long season. Time to grab that lunch pail and go to work.
Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Kawhi Leonard.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Here are the five for the Clippers. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. Grady Dick is out there with Trey Mann, and it's Bey in at the three, the small forward. And for the Lakers, we've got Boomer. Bobby Portis out there with Reddish. Then it's Williams, and it's Bridges in at the shooting guard position. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Tip-off goes to the Clippers. Here's Mann. Really played well against Phoenix in his last outing. Here's Bey. A three-pointer, no good. And it's the Lakers' ball. Pass to Williams. Over in the corner, Reddish. Portis, a screen on Leonard. Let's go. Reddish's shot is good.
Well, his team depends on him to have some point production, so Cam pouring it in.
Outside Leonard. Now Zubac. Rebound by Williams. Here's Boone. He takes it in.
Oh, unselfish play from Bridges, continuing to grow as a leader with plays like that.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Mann with it. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Both free throws good from Mann. Brent, when you talk about the Clippers franchise, and you appreciate this so much, their first superstar was really Bob McAdoo.
And what a tremendous talent. You know, most people remember Bob McAdoo with his years with the Lakers. But, man, when he was with the Buffalo Braves, 3 straight scoring titles, was the league MVP in 1975. Sorry, Dad. Some people still consider him the club's best player ever.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
And by the numbers, Kawhi is one of the most efficient three-point shooters ever.
Here's Boone. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Now, man. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin. Briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. Now we talked about the unique challenge of Kawhi Leonard. From his perspective, Coach said Kawhi's strength is the issue. You can throw a lot at him, and he'll just fight through it. So intelligence is the key. High IQ defense against a high IQ player. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Drives to the hoop. Boomer gets the bucket. Man with it. Pass to Bay. Leonard with the ball. Zubac, a screen on Portis. Leonard, no luck. Lakers leading by 3. Reddish the pass to Boone. There's a minute 47 left to play in the first. And he banks in the layup. Boomer's got 10.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Bay finds Leonard. And here is Zubac. He has yet to score. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Inside. And the dunk by Zubac.
Nice movement on the screen and roll. Zubac's good at angling his body in those sets.
Here's Boone. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And the dunk by Zubac.
Love to see Zubac attacking the rim, staying involved offensively.
The Lakers in the lead. Lakers shooting their first free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good. Some changes for the Lakers. Vanderbilt's checked in for Bobby Portis. And Doncic is subbed in for Bridges. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Robinson's checked in for Zubac. Clark comes in for Leonard. Powell, he's checked in for Sadiq Bey. Christie subbed in for Dick. Now here's Powell. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Back to man. Lets it go with a 3. A rebound by the Lakers.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Williams gets the bucket.
Man, you gotta respect Luka's passing skills. Just a multi-talented player who is all about sharing the basketball.
Here's man. And good that time. Man's got 6.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him. And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And the last second attempt doesn't fall. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Lakers on top, up 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And hope you've enjoyed. Group substitution here for the Lakers. Williams, he's checked in for Turner. Bobby Portis comes in for Vanderbilt. Mikal Bridges checked in for Luka Doncic. And it's Boomer in for James. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Leonard looking around. Pass to Bay. Zubac with the screen for Bay. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Lakers trail by 7. Williams is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Reddish. And it's Boomer. And it's Bridges in at the 2 spot. That's the Laker 5.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Boomer in the last game against the Jazz was terrific. He scored 40 points, and he was in a rhythm from both three-point land and the foul line. One of the great performances I've seen in all my years, and I really mean that. Back to you guys.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
They're going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
So it's the Clippers now. After the basket by the Lakers. To the paint. Leonard chewing him up inside.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Here's Boone driving the lane, and he converts the layup. Boomer's got 18 points in the game.
Playing from behind right here. Not easy, but he is answering the bell.
Yeah, doing anything he can right now to get his team to cut into this lead and give them a chance. They're kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Here is Boomer, defended by Man. Boomer gets the bucket.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. 6-point game. Doesn't go that time. Up in time. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the Clippers. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. We'll return shortly.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And that game against the Hawks, this will be a good challenge. If they could come in, play with intensity, and sustain that, they'll be right there at the end, Shaq.
I want to see how they play.
And looking back on the first half of our game, it hasn't gone according to plan for the Lakers.
I like their approach on the boards. Get in there, establish position. Aggressively go after the ball, Ernie.
If they come out on top tonight, Shaq, that's how they're going to do it. By being more active and more physical than the other team.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. A fantastic game from Boomer in this one.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. Trey Mann is out there with Dick. And it's Bay in its small forward. And, Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Now here's Bay after the miss from Boone.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Jacks up a three. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers leading by 4. And he drives in. It's stolen by Reddish. Fast break, the Lakers. Shoots over Dick. Reddish's shot is good. Reddish has got 10 points in the game.
No hesitation whatsoever from Reddish on that one.
Mann passes to Leonard. Back to Mann. It's Dick on the wing. Here's the screen. The Clippers rebound. Bay finds Dick. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Mann. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. 9 points in the game so far.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
His touches left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Bay in the post. Guarded by Reddish. Down low. It's tipped. 5 on the clock. Zubac kicks to Leonard. No good from outside.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime? When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Mann can't hit.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Reddish the pass to Boone. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Clippers leading by 3. And Brent talking about Saddiq Bey. He's the type of player that every team covets.
Well, you think about Saddiq Bey and where it is that he came from culturally in college. And this is a guy at his size and with
will make substitutions.
You need a spark. What you can do.
Robinson passes to Christie. Clark left side. Powell with the bounce pass. Pass to Robinson. And it's Clark in the corner. And the Clippers miss again. Lakers trail by 3.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Doncic kicks to Boone. Just 5 to shoot. Releases from the wing and drills it. Boomer's got 26 points.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them. And what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. They've got Turner. Doncic out there with Boomer. Then it's James. And it's Marshall in at the power forward. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And it's the Lakers on the brink. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And off the fly, and in it goes. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
The free throw drops for Powell.
Well, Norman Powell settling in and understanding more and more of who he is at the professional level. He's a scorer, and he can shoot the three at a high clip.
And the Clippers making a change here. Dave's checked in. Here's Boone. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Boomer's got 28. There is just no way to tell who is going to pull this one out.
When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swinger.
Pass to Bay. Here's Dick. Guarded by Doncic. The Lakers with the rebound. Turner's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Boomer the pass to James. And another basket for the Lakers.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Dick can't get it to go.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Doncic looking it over. Back to James from outside the arc. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one. Clippers trail by 6. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Williams, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Portis comes in for Najee Marshall. Reddish, he's checked in for James. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Doncic. And then for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Robinson. Leonard comes in for Powell. And it's Trey Mann in for Christie. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue, as he talked with the team, told his guys, I need you all to come together right now on both ends. This game is not over. You need to go out there and take control now. We'll see how it looks coming out of the timeout, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Now, Dick. Outside Leonard. Back to Dick. Clippers moving the ball around. To the inside. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Bay. Bay's got 3 assists in the game. Over to the wing. Now, here's Reddish. Bridges outside. Shoots over Dick. Bridges misses.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. The important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And both free throws good for Dick.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
And sometimes as a point guard, you gotta take things into your own hand.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. They respect the decision-making from him out there.
Hands the 12-footer. Diggs got 4 this quarter.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
And take a look at him, locked in right now in this moment, wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Portis sets the pick for Reddish. Trifecta!
And Cam Reddish is representing.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the 4th quarter. Dick passes to Bay. Here's Mann, defended by Boone. Man with it. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Boomer the pass to Williams. Fires the 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You've got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Off the inbound. Dick can't get it to go. And he commits the intentional foul. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
Good! What a beautiful shot to bring them to within 3.
Well, with Leonard on the floor, the team's always going to function a little bit better as a whole. And some of that comes from his unselfish play.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Outside Leonard. It's up a 3. Offensive rebound. And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, it's just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
They really thought they had a chance tonight.
Solid effort tonight on both ends. Be careful. These fans boo Santa, and you ain't no Santa.
All right, baby. Let's get down.
A quick peek into the locker room as the players get set for the game ahead. Looking to make a big splash here tonight. Happy Friday night, everyone. Time to kick off the weekend with the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. So a moment now to see the story for Tyrese Maxey.
And for an idea of where his offense is right now, take a look at his true shooting percentage decreasing over the last 5 games. He desperately needs to find his stroke tonight.
And now the Los Angeles starters. We've got Mikal Bridges. Williams is out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Cam Reddish. And it's Boomer in at the point guard position. And for the 76ers, they've got Joel Embiid. And it's McCain in at the shooting guard position. The second half of the season is heating up, Richard. Starts to feel like a foot race to the finish right now.
BA, it's a sprint, but it's also a marathon. Each game is a battle for positioning. If you want to make a real run, you can never stop running.
And it's going to be the Sixers off the tip. Pass to Cooper. Here's McCain. Here's Boston. Cooper passes to Maxey. And the 3 off target. Here's Boomer. Maxey covering. Here's Boomer. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And Bridges has a nice all-around game, including knowing when to involve his teammates.
Pass to McCain. Here's Boston. There's the triple. On target from range.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Boomer passes to Portis. About a minute into this first quarter. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the night now. That free throw good from Portis. And he's perfect from the line this time.
Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
Here's Maxey. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Maxey saying, sure, I'll take that.
And what a breakout 4th year for Tyrese Maxey. Named to his first All-Star game in 2024, Richard.
When the Sixers traded away James Harden, it really opened up things for Maxey. Gave him the ball more responsibility, and you know what? He showed up.
Here's McCain, following the score by Los Angeles. Here's Boston. And a miss there on the triple. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Here's Boomer. Drives to the hoop. Out to Bridges. Lets the 3 fly. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Look at that catch and shoot ability from Bridges. Not all forwards have that skill.
To the wing on the left. Here's Embiid. Some solid defense from Williams.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
Boomer passes to Bridges. Now Reddish. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Out to a hot start. 4 makes and 5 shots to begin this ball game.
Pass to McCain. They need this. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. And we have a chance to take a look at the teams that are wreaking havoc with their defense this past month. Number 1, Los Angeles.
The energy that they're playing with on D has been tremendous the past month, challenging every shot, making things hard on every opponent.
Edwards, he's checked in for Philadelphia. The Lakers also with a sub. Doncic is checked in for Reddish. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. For three, Maxey. It's hauled in by Portis. Portis has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Boomer. A steady offensive force, averaging around 32.5 a game. Three-pointer off the mark. And it's Edwards with the ball for the 76ers. 6-point game. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
Oh, man, they were in total control, really doing anything they wanted. It was that level of dominance.
It really is fun seeing an offensive function like a well-oiled machine. I'll be interested to see if they can keep doing this. His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Here's Boomer. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Boomer in their last game against the Clippers put on a show. He tallied 32 points, and he was very efficient from the field. Just another remarkable performance from him.
Here's Turner. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Boomer passes to Vanderbilt. Here's Boomer. Clark covers.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. For Philadelphia, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. They've got Ty Jerome, Brandon Clark out there with Joel Embiid, and it's Ewing in at the 2-guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. The Lakers in the lead. And here's Doncic. Luka! Get off me!
Oh, my. Tight defense, but Doncic just muscles it in.
Here's Jerome. No made baskets yet. Here's Boston. Plenty of room to knock down that one.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Here's Boomer. And a nice finish on the layup. Boomer's got 10 points.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. The 76ers making a switch here. Maxey's checked in. Marshall, he's checked in for the Lakers. James comes in for Reddish. Into the lane. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Here's Boston. He's got 5. Pass to Embiid. No one near him. That one no good.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
James with the ball. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Maxey passes to Clark. Aging in the league can be a difficult process, Richard, but that's something you did very well.
Wow, a compliment. Thank you, B.A. Look, I knew I had to adapt or I would have been out of league sooner than I wanted to. You have to be able to adapt or die. That's what this league is about.
Here's Boomer. 12 points for him. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Boston, the pass to Clark. Oh, stolen by Turner. Now the Lakers moving it up. Here's Marshall. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just... That's textbook right there.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Williams is checked in for Turner. Bobby Portis comes in for Marshall. Reddish is checked in for James. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Doncic. Edwards looking for an opening. There's a minute 12 left in the second period. Philadelphia with another miss. The Lakers lead by 7. Bridges passes to Boomer. Back to Bridges. Fires the 3. Knocks it down from distance. Bridges has got his second basket on the night.
When he's on, the three-pointer can be a real weapon for Bridges.
There's 53 seconds left in the second period. Up top, Maxey. He has 7. And there's a pick. Here's McCain. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Their last game, a win against the Clippers, looking to carry it into this one.
It was a lockdown effort defensively, contesting shots and really protecting the painted area.
They were very disciplined on that end of the floor, staying attached to shooters and disrupting plays with their active hands.
26 seconds left to play in the first half. For 3, Maxey hits the three-pointer. Maxey's got 6 points in the quarter.
Give him credit. Improving in the second quarter. Just great adjustments.
Boomer going inside.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Knocked loose. Pass to McCain. No good on the triple. And so that brings the first half to a close. It's Los Angeles. They lead by 11. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the Los Angeles Lakers.
They're doing a nice job of getting their feet wet in the paint. I like the aggression, powering it up and sending it down.
Hey, if you can get the ball in close, why settle? Invite the defense to stop it.
Okay, so now let's talk about that point guard matchup from the first half.
You look at this matchup at the point guard position, so much talent in this position in the league. You've got your work cut out for you every single night, Ernie.
The skill game taking center stage. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. On the court for the Lakers, Bobby Portis out there with Williams. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then there's Cam Reddish. And it's Boomer in at point guard. Here's McCain. It's tipped.
Great defense by Bridges. He has so much pride on that
end. Outside Maxey. Spins. Tries again. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Here's Boomer. 16 points for him. Fires in the triple. Boomer's got 19 points.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Maxey passes to Boston. Back to Maxey. This one for 3. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Here's Boomer. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. 76ers trail by 9. Here's McCain. No points yet. Outside Maxey. Ooh, pops the J after a cagey pass fake.
I'll tell you, when Maxey gets into his rhythm, he can go all night long.
Here's Boomer. It falls, and now he's 10 of 15 shooting. Nice work.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Now here's Maxey. Defense right on him. Pass to Reddish. Shot on the wing. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Boston. The bank shot, no good. The Lakers lead by 9. Here's Boomer. Yep, that one goes. Boomer's got 23 points.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Joel Embiid.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want, and I'm sure it's something he's well aware of.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this 3rd quarter now. To the wing, right side. With the 10-footer, Williams grabs the board. Williams has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Portis outside. Pass to Boomer. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Boomer's got 9 points now in the 2nd half. Right around 3 minutes into this 2nd half. Here's McCain. Here's Cooper. And he makes good on his first shot of the game. Cooper's got his first basket. 1:44 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
You gotta love Tyrese Maxey's approach to the game. He said, quote, "I really have a simple life. I have this joy about playing basketball. I like putting in the work, so I'm extremely focused, extremely competitive, and I'm out here having the time of my life. I get to do what I love every single day, and it's a blessing," unquote. Brian, he's such a positive guy.
Yeah, he really is. Thanks for that, Allie.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Here's Boomer. Joel Embiid with the board. Embiid's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Maxey. Here's Cooper. And here's Embiid. For 3, Maxey. Williams grabs the board. Los Angeles leading by 13. Here's Boomer. 27 points for him. Out to Portis. Bridges outside. Barry buries it from 3. Bridges has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
And in the second half here, they're shooting a terrific percentage from 3.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Maxey. And the layup falls. Maxey's got 9 points now in the quarter.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
And the Lakers hit again from deep.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And so it's Los Angeles, leading by 17 at the end of the period. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. We'll be right back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big man in the league today than we've ever seen.
Completely new group for the Lakers. And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. They've got Joel Embiid. And it's McCain in at the 2-guard position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. They get it again. Pass to Cooper. 4 on the clock. The 3. It's hauled in by Portis. Portis has got 5 rebounds in the game.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Now here's Bridges. Portis, the pass to Reddish. Here's Boomer. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Boomer's got 16 points here in the second half.
I just love the ball movement.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Pass to Cooper. Back to Maxey. Ooh, Williams with the block. Here's Boomer. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Boomer's got 4 points this quarter. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Lakers.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
And you also have to respect the pride they take in playing defense. They've been able to get some takeaways because of their activity level. Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Down low. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Maxey's got 27.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Lakers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
Man, what a special year they're having, picking up their 59th win.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Boomer.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they'd put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Clark's checked in. Jerome passes to Edwards. Clark outside. Here's Ewing. Off target with the three. Los Angeles has gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. Boomer. That one's good for 2. Boomer's got 40 points.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Pass to Clark. It's stolen by James. Here's Boomer. And it's Ewing with a rebound. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Here's Bona. And he goes in for the dunk.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Here's Boomer. Drops in the three. Boomer's got 43 points.
He's putting the team on his back. Incredible scoring performance thus far.
Here's Jerome. And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
That's what I'm talking about. Wins pay the bills, baby.